Hello friends, in the previous tutorial we have created a form, right? In this tutorial we will see how to validate the input variables, right? So to validate, just it's very easy. Just go to the example folder so that you have all your commands which are pre-written. Just give a copy paste, is more than enough, right? So form and then go to validation, right? So this is the syntax for validation. Just give a copy, make a copy, right? And then go to your user controller. Just I'm closing down the other pages, right? So template.html also I'm closing. Just close other page so that it will not create any misvalues over here, right? So I'll just give a copy, right? So validate equals dollar validate. So this is the class, validator is the class, and the function will be input. So you have to do nothing on that. Just validate validator input dollar underscore post. Remember, this should be an array, right? So already dollar underscore post is an array. So just give it over here, and in the array you need to give the user what you are going to test, what you are going to check. You need to give it as a array, right? So here we are going to check the name is username and password. So I'm going to check whether the username is required, and alpha, it should be alphanumeric. Password should also be required, right? So if dollar validate, I'm sorry, actually the this function is wrong, should be dollar validate, right? So echo success, validation success, right? So else validation not successful, not success, right? Fine. So we shall go and test it out. Yeah, I'm sorry, here it should be different names. Both are of different names. Both should be the same. Dollar validate, and here it should be dollar validate, right? So if I just go give it a enter again, right? So if I just validation is not success because the password was an error, right? So if I type something over here, right? So validation is success. If I type non-alphanumeric characters, right, should say validation not success. So we have a set of different rules over here. You can just go through the rules, right? And the syntax is also here, alright? So maximum we have tested the syntaxes, but it almost should work, right? So on the MIME types, and there are some extra additional features with respect to file upload extension, which we will be seeing again, right? So now, so what we say is, if the validation is failure, then return back to the original position, back to the whole previous page. So you can say redirect, return, no, just don't return, just return, redirect ws to back. So just give it, your file will be automatically redirected. Should be it, just go to the helper and go here, redirect ws to back. Okay, should be here. If it is failed, then only it should redirect, right? Okay, else echo, sorry, echo validation successful, right? So just go here and click over. See, it's automatically coming back to your home page, right? So through which we are sending those form details, right? So it is coming back to the same page, right? So here you need to display the errors. To display the errors, I don't think I have given it on the helpers form, right? I'm just not sure whether it is here. No, it is not there, right? Sorry for that. Actually it will be like a separate documentation. So to display back the error value, you need to mention as, here you need to give us form w2 error underscore first of. So this will give the first error, right? First error in the sense the very first error which has occurred, and in here you need to give which name, right? And then you need to give her null, default null, but by default you will be getting a null value. So if there is nothing on that, so you need not to mention on that. And again here password, right? So to make it identifiable, I'll make it a spam class equals text hyphen danger, right? So slash spam. I'll create a class, so it will be marked in red color, so we can find the difference. So go to CSS file, template.css. I'll create a class over here, text hyphen danger, right? So this is actually a class of bootstrap, right? Color equals red. So if I just click it over here, see, the username should be alphanumeric, password is required. Okay, so I will just create a break over here, right? So create a break, right? So now, yes, so if you just click over here, the password is required. So if I just make a hash over there, it would say the username should be alphanumeric, the password is also required. If I make it over hash, okay, I think for the password I didn't make a validation of alphanumeric, right? So I'll just make another alpha underscore numeric, right? So the username is required, and as well as it should be alphanumeric, right? And for example, we'll have another class over here which we call it as any other class from this area, right? So from validation, just go to validation, right? Just go to validation and we will see minimum length, maximum length, right? So string length minimum, right? So just string str underscore len underscore minimum is 10. sorry, so it should give minimum string length should be 10, right? So if I just click over here, str minimum, then I didn't, just copy, okay, should be with, shouldn't be with comma, shouldn't be followed with comma, should be space, sorry, it should be the straight dash. Okay, so if we come over here, yeah, so the username should be minimum 10 characters, right? So this will be automatically splitted out. And if we see here, right, so if I say I will just make a hash variable, right, so I just made inserted a non-alphanumeric character, right, so I should get the alpha password should be alphanumeric, right? So this is the first error method, and if not first error method, you can use error underscore all, right? If you don't want to use first underscore error method, you can use error underscore all. So span class equals text hyphen danger, right? So here I'll use form error underscore all. Here you need to give it as an array, right? So in the previous you give it as a single variable, here you need to give it as an array. So what are the variables you need to give? You can give it as an array, right? So password, right? So if you just click over here, see, you will be given the full error values, right? So login, the username should be minimum 10 characters, the password is required, the password should be alphanumeric, right? So in the next tutorial we will see how the cache makes a difference, right? So that function will be seen in the next tutorial, so I will be giving a pure explanation on the cache.